back to another race in the Big River Gravel Series. This is the Burning Quad that was held on July 12th, 2025. And this is the 45-mile distance. This year I've been doing the longer distance usually, but last year in this race it was ridiculously hot and humid, and I blew up about 10 miles in with my heart rate just staying sky high and not coming down, so I limped home and DNF'd the race last year. So this year, as the shorter distance, 45 miles, was looking a lot nicer to me rather than doing that long 81 up in Mississippi. But the weather this year turned out to be not too bad, around 80 degrees, still high humidity, 10-mile-an-hour wind from the west, so we had a headwind on the way out pretty much, and then a tailwind coming back, which leads to some fast riding on the paved roads. This race has the most pavement of any of the Burning Quad races, or Big River Gravel Series races. So we're just rolling out of town there and turn off the paved road onto this first rough gravel section. This is probably one of the roughest sections of gravel on this race. It seems pretty fresh. Just bouncing around, rough stuff for a little while here, but luckily it doesn't last too long. The wind here. Everyone's fresh, of course, at the start, so ready to do some hard little efforts, but no one's going anywhere fast here. So a little while in, probably about mile 10 here, we got the first B road. Double track here, and it's kind of muddy. This is probably the muddiest spot of the race right here. But you just stay right down the middle, it's not too bad. There was a lot of rain the day before this, but really the roads really weren't too bad considering. If you had to go in the track on the side too, it really wasn't super muddy, but you'd get through it. Just sliding around a little bit. And this is in the blue Brandon Bart's here on Fitwave. Did a pretty good showing from the Fitwave local riders. This race started out of Erie, Illinois, right near. All the Big River Gravel Series races are right around the Quad Cities, Iowa and Illinois. So we're just getting to the end of that B road, first section. It's definitely been strung out behind. I think we got down to a smaller group, maybe around 8 or 10 after this. We're just motoring along on the pavement. Nice shot of everyone coming by. Here's where we had a crash. Coming right off the pavement onto the loose gravel. Show it again here. You can see right as it goes into that looser gravel, the front wheel goes out. And luckily I was able to avoid that just fine. That was a younger rider, 15 years old I think, saw in the results. So he's doing great out here, a lot better than I was at his age. But that guy who crashed, he was fine. He came back to us after a few miles, caught up to the group again. We had a couple more B-road sections like this in here, but they were not muddy like the first one. Pretty smooth sailing. There's some really nice sections in this race, like here, the tree cover and the shade. It's a little different than the open gravel roads. In white on the right is Corey Hartman. Jumping forward here a bit in the race. Now probably past halfway. We had a little descent down here in the woods under the trees. A nice little section, but just took it pretty steady down through this descent, nothing crazy. And here we're coming to the motocross track section, which due to the rain was a cyclocross section in the grass instead. We had about 8 riders maybe going into this section, and then of course it's going to get a little strung out going through here, even though it wasn't very technical. You know, maybe there'd be opportunity for more separation with more turns and stuff, but that's fine. It's a lot of, whenever I see this section, I'm like, this is a lot of work setting all this tape up. So I just stayed at the front through this, and I did around 300 watts, just pushing steady through here, just to see if I could split out the group a little bit. And you're gonna see it, yeah, it's not real long. They're just gonna come out real soon here, go back onto this double track road on the way out. Luke, race director, on the right. Just gonna come out back out here and get on the road. And now we are in the last about 5 miles. We're within 5 miles to the finish. All pavement, tailwind. We're down to like a group of 5. I think a couple people who had gotten off in that last section got back on. But we were trying to rotate, but there wasn't cohesion in the group. No one wanted to work together well. So as we were getting closer to town, I was thinking about going for attack instead of waiting for the sprint. And that's what I ended up doing. It was about 1.5 miles from the finish where I went for the attack. Just a really hard searing attack. And then tried to hold on. Here's a video just before the end where we had our group of 5. This was before I attacked. That's me right on the front there. Kind of nice to get some footage during the race. So I didn't start the camera during the attack. I was focused on the racing. So here it is towards the end of it, getting into town. So as the 1.5 miles was about 3.5 minutes. The start of that was, you know, maybe like 10 seconds around 800 watts, going hard. 30 seconds in, I was dying, but then I had to hang on for the next 3 minutes. And I was suffering by my great cornering there out on the grass and everything right at the end. So the group behind me was closing really fast at this point, but I had just enough to make it all the way. So I was able to get redemption for last year's DNF. Came in just ahead of the 4 riders right behind me at the end here. This was a really great day out, really fun. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as a bonus, here's video of the finish.